Hey, what's up? So apparently I'm stuck trying to go live and it's having some issues. So guess I'll just do it from my phone. But sorry for I think I only had like 2 people waiting or something like that. Yep. But yeah. We'll be talking about a few different things on here. But as the title started out with benefits of compound setting, or what people like to call them is supersets. Besides the obvious reasons of attacking the muscle groups, like whenever you superset, you really want to like just pretty much beat down that particular muscle group that you're working on at that point in time. Like always reference to chest, which I haven't been able to do in a while. I did it today with a light lift. Excuse me, coming back from that injury. But normally I'll superset flat bench, decline, and incline. It's one set. So you're just really attacking that that chest, biceps. You know, you can do dumbbell curls, bar curls, and then like Smith machine or cable curls. Excuse me. But the obvious reasons of supersetting would be just really attacking that muscle group, getting the highest amount of volume in the shortest amount of time. And another benefit would be time. So normally if you do bench, flat bench, or flat bench, decline, and incline, let's say you do 5 sets of 10 for each one. Well, you have to complete 5 sets of flat bench, then 5 sets of decline, and then 5 sets of incline, and then that's just one part of your workout. So the benefit to supersetting that, you're doing 5 sets, but flat bench, decline, incline is 1 set. So you're just chopping your workout time down, not necessarily in half, but it also allows you to be able to add more into your workout. If you have a short window to work out in, you're on the way to work, on the way from work, you just don't have a lot of time, you just superset, so you get a high amount of volume and a short workout. So that's just the obvious reasons of benefiting from supersetting, or compound sets is what they're professionally called. But another one I put in there was dieting. I shared video from CT Fletcher, and one of the most overused phrases that people use is chest, not checkers. And it's kind of frustrating because everyone uses it, but not everybody even know what it means. Or I guess more so it'd be just how you interpret it. But in context of how it's always used, chest, not checkers, reason why I referenced dieting in that video, CT said that people don't diet because there's not really many options of what you can eat, or it tastes nasty, or whatever. And the way he put it, obviously with a lot more motherfuckers and fuckers in there, he just said, you're not doing it for the taste, you're doing it for the results of how it's gonna make you look. You know what I mean? So who cares how it tastes? If you're trying to lose weight, if you're trying to gain weight, if you're trying to gain mass, if you're trying to shred, whatever you're trying to do, you're playing chess. It's more strategic than checkers. You're not just doing like, oh, I'm gonna eat good because it tastes good. You're not gonna get nothing accomplished because not everything tastes good. There are certain protein shakes, or like vitamins or medicine or anything, it don't taste good at all, but it helps you. So that's what the term, or that's how I interpreted the term chess, not checkers. It's you're not doing it for right now, you're doing it for long term, you're doing it for a result. That's what it means to me. And if you want to look at that video, CT Fletcher has it up, and it's just labeled dieting, I think is what it is. But back to supersetting, compound sets, I highly recommend it. High volume, short amount of time, and superset every at least 2 movements to every body part that you're working out, at least 2 movements. If you're working out chest, if you're working out shoulders, if you're working out backs, delts, flies, anything, leg day, squats, any of that, just superset it. You know, just get more volume. What else? I don't really want to write stuff down, but oh yeah, I want to talk about pretty much getting established in the fitness industry, and the reason why that anyone can ask me anything about working out, suggestions, that I don't charge anybody for anything, because I'm not even established in the fitness industry. How do I charge someone? How do you know what I give you is valuable unless you do it first? You see a lot of time on social media, people been working out for, forever, and they don't have results. You don't see results. You don't know who they are. So what does it look like me trying to charge you something and you don't even know what the, you know what I mean? Like when you buy something from the store, you read the back of it, you look up on it. If it's food, you read the macronutrients in there and look at all the sugars and everything to see the benefits that it can help you. So if you're asking me and you're like, okay, cool, this guy shares videos on social media all the time, I'm just going to ask him a question, just like I just got a question. I need to find out how I can see it in a second, not to get off subject, but the question I just saw. But, oh yeah, about the protein, I'll answer that in a second. Thanks for the question, man. But you get a chance to see what you're buying before you buy it, or at least read up on it. So if you see me sharing videos on social media and you ask me a question and I start out the gate trying to charge you something, you have, that's not right. And I see people doing that all the time. They're not even getting results. I follow people on Facebook. I follow people on Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, YouTube, everything. And there's very few of them that, actually, get gains, quote, what we like to say, but they're trying to charge someone, amount of money to give them something that they barely don't have. You know what I mean? Like, not even being certified. What classifies you, or what certifies you to be able to charge someone? And not even just getting the certification. You can have a degree in fitness and nutrition and dietary or whatever, have all that. But until you get established in the fitness industry, that don't mean anything. It don't mean shit. You know what I mean? Because there's shitty doctors, there's shitty lawyers, there's, people have certifications and degrees all the time. And until they get experience in that, they don't mean nothing. You know what I mean? When you get your personal training certification, there is no guideline in there showing you how to be a great personal trainer. You got to develop your own shit, because personal trainer didn't just come around. People have been being the personal trainers and fitness coaches and all this other, social media stuff forever. You got to do something that's going to help separate you from everybody else. And that's why it's so hard, to try to get into the fitness industry. And then when these last, I'm going to say 5 to 10 years or something, there's been this kick about fitness and everyone trying to be healthy or want to be healthy, or at least say they want to be, they go in the gym and, do bench for a week, and now they're a personal trainer and they're charging people. I see people in the gym all the time come in the gym and, work out for a total of 15 minutes, maybe. And it's not even like, compound setting, going hard, working out. It's coming to the gym, bench, do like 5 reps, walk around for 10 minutes, talk, be on their phone, walk to the water fountain, come back, maybe do 3. It's not even like, sometimes you go to the gym, and the best way to get results is isolating your body parts. When you say it's leg day, what part of your legs? When you say it's upper body day, what part of your body? Don't just go to the gym and you see a lot of people that just kind of follow you around and use whatever machine you use. And like me, like I said, I superset. So what pisses me off is when I'll be supersetting my upper body, because that's the most movements, which is 3, or my chest, which is 3. And, I'm on my 2nd or 3rd set and someone's on the machine. And I see them doing squats and curls and leg press and just everything that everyone's doing that they don't even really know what the hell they're doing. And, you can't really walk up to someone in the gym and say, hey, do you need help? Or like, how do you do that? You know what I'm saying? You can't do that because dude's gonna get defensive automatically, and female's gonna think you're trying to talk to him, or hit on him or whatever. And that's just not the case. It's just you see someone about to hurt themselves, not knowing what the hell they're doing something wrong. Like, I don't know. It's just crazy because you just, you kind of just got to turn your head on someone doing something wrong that could potentially injure them long term or, quickly. But to answer the question that I saw at the bottom on here, said, I can't even see it. I think it said, like, why is it important to take protein? Well, basically, whenever you're working out, you're shredding your muscles, basically. Just to make this real simple. You're shredding your muscles, and protein and carbs and all these macronutrients, Jesus Christ, I can't even speak. Macronutrients that everyone's, talking about and reading it, which is basically carbs, fat, and protein. That pretty much, whenever your muscles start to reheal themselves in your body like that, the protein feels that, and it just makes that particular set of muscles or whatever a little bit bigger than not just overnight, but makes it bigger and heals it a little bit quicker, and that's when you get into like the BCAAs, and again that'll be something that you want to turn to like a professional to do. I'm not a professional. I just know that's basically to make it super simplistic. That's why it's really important to take protein, especially if you're trying to gain, because usually I haven't really met too many guys that want to lose weight. Even if they're out of shape, they still want muscle. They don't just want to just lose weight. So it's important, because whenever you're working out, you're tearing your muscles, you're injuring your body and damaging it, and protein just helps fill in that, so you can get the most benefit for the most from that actual workout. Yeah, back to like the fitness thing. Like I said, you want to get a chance to actually get in the fitness industry. So you don't want to come out the gate trying to charge someone. And this is just just my personal opinion, because I also am one of the ones that are trying to get into the fitness industry and do this thing every single day and work out. So that's why, like, if you look at any of my channels, like on YouTube or Facebook or Instagram, anything like that, I'm showing my workout. Like, I did my before and after from November of 2016 to now, and I actually put on 40 pounds. Actually, I was 205, not 40 pounds. Yeah, I was 205 and I got to 245. And then, as any of y'all know, I was in the military for almost 10 years. I still am. I got out for like 7-8 months. And that's when I started packing on all the weight, because I was going to try to start bodybuilding and doing stuff like, just trying to find something to train for. And that's another one of those things where, a lot of people ask me how to get motivated, or they need the initial push or something like that. And that's what you just got to find something to train for. That's what made it easier for me. You know what I mean? Like, I've been physically fit my whole entire life. I moved around a whole lot. Like growing up, we moved around different places. But when I was in Mississippi, we started lifting weights in 6th grade down there for football. And so from that point, pretty much all the way up until now, I've been athletic. So there was a stint where I was just like, I'm tired of being in shape. I don't really want to work out. So that's around that time where right before I got out of the military, the first time, right before I got out, I just got tired of working out. And then, because, military, you got to be able to run as well. So you can't get too big. You got to, have your cardio up too. And then once I got out in 2015, I think is what it was, I just wanted to pack on as much mass and just get really, really big. What benefits does lifting have over running? Well, I would say you have to have a good mixture of both. Even marathon runners need to lift. They need to have at least 1 or 2 leg days a week. And again, just running. Like, before, I was training for, I was going to try to get into the special operations community. And so, like, I was just doing, like, a lot of upper body movements, and I did no legs. This was last year. I did no legs at all. All I did was run and lift upper body. I was doing benching and like a lot of the strong men, they can't, you know, you run 400 meters and they're about to die, you know. And that's personal experience of actually seeing a few or meeting a few. And I'm not knocking no one's thing, you know what I mean? I'm not knocking strong men or the, you know, guys that do those things like that. I just feel like you need a healthy balance of both, personally. So, and again, you know, there's really no benefit over the other. Building muscle in your legs also helps you being able to run longer distance, because whenever you're dealing with any type of special operations community, they always tell you to think marathon runner. Like, you know, obviously upper body strength and pull-ups and chin-ups and chest workouts and stuff like that, traps and all that. But, you know, you got to do a lot of running. County club or country club in Chicago. So that was definitely experience. Again, like I was saying, you know, I've been, you know, an athlete my whole entire life, and, you know, competitive, and, you know, there was literally to a point, you know, every athlete goes into something thinking there's nothing that they can't do or accomplish. And so, of course, you know, I went in the race, which was 8 Spartan miles, which totaled to be around like 10 miles or something like that. Because of, like, the event or obstacles or certain things like that, like walking through the swamps, it's like 0.2 miles or something through swamp. What is that, 200 meters or something like that? Like, that adds up. So it ended up adding up to a total of like 10 miles. So you're running in a hill. Like, the terrain is absolutely nuts. Like, there's no way you can prepare for that. Even if you set a treadmill and then you change like the hills, like set a timer on there, and then you put your hand on the sensors, and then it increases the incline, elevation, and all that. That still doesn't prepare you for these types of things, man. Like, my ankles were hurting. People rolling ankles. All types of things. You had to run like a certain way, foot placement, so you didn't roll an ankle. Definitely experience, though. I didn't hydrate like I should have. I caught like the most serious cramp I've ever caught in my life, which actually hindered me to climbing the rope, because I couldn't use my feet or my legs, you know, from my left hip all the way down to the bottom of my feet. I couldn't even control it. About 5.5 hours of sleep at night bad, or is it only bad for teens? No, your body operates, you know, it changes, it adapts to you. So, like, you know, being in the military for, you know, however the time I've been in now, you know, there's like certain guidelines that they play with, like, you know, everyone tells you need at least 8 hours of sleep. You know, that's not true. I think the military, it's I want to say 6. It's like 6 or something, like the bare minimum, you know, that they flirt around with, that each, you know, to be operable, pretty much you have to have at least 6 hours. I can't say that, don't quote me on that, but 5.5 hours, man, I've operated off less than that. And I'm not to be saying, like, I'm not this, you know, all-American person, because people done way more cooler things, and, you know, way more badass than I could probably ever be. But you know, I pretty much operate off like power naps. Like, I can be up for like 2-3 days now, so tired, I can fall asleep on the couch or in the bed for probably like 45 minutes and then be good for another 3 days. Like, I don't know, sometimes it just works that way. Power naps, you know what I mean? So I'd say getting a decent amount, you know, 5.5 hours of sleep, depending on what type of work you do. I'm not sure what type of work you do, how strenuous it is, you know, if you're on your feet, if you're sitting down, if you're moving, you know what I mean? So it just depends on that type of person and what they normally do. So if I'm understanding your question right, I would think, like I said, 5.5 hours is plenty enough sleep to have, you know, to operate. And like I said, that just also depends on how you eat. If you work out, if you're active. If you're not an active person and you don't work out and you don't eat right, you know what I mean? In long term, that could probably be bad for you, because your body also heals itself when you sleep. So that's why it's really important to get, you know, a decent amount of sleep depending on how active you are. And again, it just depends on your body, because, and I always reference back to this, you know, I went through basic training without drinking next to any water. You know, I drank the amount that they like forced us to drink. We had like hydration formations every night. We'll reach in at the, you know, total line and take our canteens and sit there and drink water until they weren't, you know, till they were hydrated. So, you know, outside of that, you know, we go to the field and I just never drank water. Like, I'd fill my 2-quart canteen, my 1-quart canteen, and then it wouldn't be full. And so what I do is when we're walking, I just pour it out, because they would check our, they would check our stuff, check our canteens to make sure we're drinking, and I would just pour it out. I've always hated water. Like, it made me feel sick to drink it. So it's like forced hydration is the worst. But yeah, my body's a little bit different. Not everybody can do that. Most people who are heat casualties or will become a heat cat. If it's, heat cat 5, 100 plus degrees outside, and you're in full gear and rucked up, and I'm a 240 gunner in heavy weapon squad, and you're carrying your 240 Bravo, which is basically a light machine gun. You have your 1,000 rounds of ammo, you have your full basic load of your gear, and you have a spare barrel and a tripod. Normally you would you try to split that up with your A gunner, but for the most part you're carrying all these things, you're not really hydrated, and it's hot outside. Normally someone would be, definitely be a heat cat, probably without a doubt, but it just never happened to me. I've never been a heat cat. So, and again, I'm these are long-winded answers, but it just goes back to, is based off of that person. You know what I mean? Like I said, I don't know what you do for work. I don't know if you're really active or not. I don't know if you work out, or like what's your workout schedule. I mean, not schedule, excuse me. Because some people say, like, they'll work out, and they're working out, they'll go to the gym, they'll do a little running, they might do a little arm or something, but they don't like just go in there and legit just work out. So there are some people I know, they go in the gym and they're in there for 30 minutes, 15 minutes. There are some people in there for 3-4 hours, and they're going hard. So, it's kind of hard to say, but I don't think, 5.5 hours of sleep is bad for you. I think that that's sufficient enough to operate. I figured out how to pull it up. I appreciate you being active too, Walter Ortega. I really do appreciate it, man, tuning in and being active on the chat and this thing. So I kind of want to do this a little bit more often, just pretty much talk about different things like this, and just pretty much trying to get a good foundation. Oh yeah, I wanted to do doing the challenges. I said on my last thing that I wanted everyone to comment what challenges or what workouts they wanted to see me do or complete. And just to get more content, because I'm going to always upload videos and do things like that. It'd just be pretty cool to have, to interact with the, everyone on here. So if you have any ideas of challenges you want me to complete, or certain workouts, or you want to see a certain workout, just, comment it or message me or whatever, and then I'll get it done for you guys. Like, if you look at any of my, like, all my videos, that's pretty much what my videos are geared towards. Like, I don't record full workouts because it just takes too long. You know what I mean? Again, I'm not knocking anyone else that does, because you get some YouTubers, and social media guys that have like an hour, 40 minutes, 30 minutes, workout sessions, and people are, you skip through them to try to watch it or whatever, depending on what type of person you are. But for the most part, not everyone just has a whole bunch of time to just sit down and watch it. So what I do is I'll introduce the workout, and you can put how many sets you want to do. I don't really care if you see me do it. What I mean? You're going to see me do it, like the example set, but like you see my results. You know what I'm saying? Like, you see my transformation, you can see my gains, and there's a timeline. You can see all that. So, I don't care about, you sit there watching me for an hour. You know what I'm saying? Like, what is that doing for you guys? So how I do it is, like, if I want to show you what reverse grip bench looked like, because there's a lot of people that didn't know what reverse grip bench was or what it worked out. So it'll be like a 2-minute video. Like, I'll, come on there and say, hey, I'm doing reverse grip bench. This is what it works out. This is what it looks like. And then I'll do one set of it, and you can add how many reps you want with it. You can add how many sets you want with it. So my main thing is I just introduced, a new workout, because, like, again, muscle confusion is another good key to building, muscle mass, just in general with all of that, because you have to confuse your body, because just like people get complacent, like, I mean, your muscles kind of do too. After so long of doing the exact same movements, especially if you've been working out for, since high school, since middle school, since whatever, your body just gets used to the same movements and it just doesn't progress. So muscle confusion, finding out different things that work the different body parts instead of just doing, when you think of chest day, just right off the top, if you say chest day, I'm going to say about 90% everyone's going to respond with bench. You know what I mean? Because that's just what you think of. You don't think of dumbbell flies, your chest press, or anything like different machines to work your chest. Whenever you say chest day, everyone automatically assumes bench. So, excuse me. You just got to think of other, confuse the muscles. Shock it, But I really don't want to just keep babbling, but like, guess I should probably have like more things to talk about, but I wanted to be more interactive. So, and again, Walter Ortega, I appreciate it, man, the questions and stuff. So, if you had any more questions, just message me or comment on the video, and I'll see it later on, and get back, responding. No problem, dude. That's the main thing. Like I said, once you get outside of like being competitive or something, it's hard to start again. Like, honestly, that's the reason why I don't charge people. And that's not even like friends or, the bro discount or whatever you want to call it. It's just most people just need motivation. You know what I'm saying? And that's how it is for me. My motivation was like my kids, man. I have a 4-year-old daughter and a 7-year-old son, and they literally think like I'm, a real life superhero. So that's my motivation. You know what I mean? Like, we'll be in public places and like they'll see someone like struggling to open something or something's heavy, and they're like, "Oh, my dad can do that. I bet my dad." You know what I mean? So my motivation just was them. It's just, personally, I'm not really doing this for me. Like, for myself personally, I'm trying to build legacy, build something to leave behind, build something they can be proud of. So as corny, as cheesy as that sounds, that's my motivation. It's just them, the way they look up to me, when my son looks at me when I'm working out, or, I'll be doing planks or something, watching TV, and they just look like I just did the, most awesome thing ever, and I look off to the side and my son's like doing push-ups in the corner, or, trying to mimic how I walk and sticking his chest out. And my daughter tells me I'm the strongest man in the world, so she always had me like, slick flexing when I walk by her. It's just, you just gotta find something that helps you out, man. And another thing is, that's the reason why like I did the Spartan race, and I was thinking about trying to do like the physique competition, or when I was telling you how I got back, before I got back in the military, I was trying to bodybuild or something. It's just, you gotta find something that helps you. So, when you were, let's say if you play sports at all and you had a game coming up, you train for the games. So your motivation was the games. So, you did all the practice and you did the extra working out, whatever you had to do to be better at your sport, respectively. So, that's pretty much it, man. It's just trying to find that one thing, you know what I mean, that's just want to, get you up and going. Because I'm going to say about, since I started doing like this, like fitness thing, like anyone has ever known me, known that I've always been like an athlete, but like I've only been about this last, I'm gonna say, year or so, where I just been grinding just hardcore gym every single day, videos up, like just going in and just gaining, getting gains. About a year. Ever since then, I'm gonna say about 90% of my friends, for the most part, are just like, "Hey man, I just need that initial push," what would you suggest? So, and again, I'm just telling them everything. I'm not going to ever keep anything from no one. I promise. Like, I've never been that person. I'm not trying to hide nothing. Like the next, if I find like the next thing since sliced bread, I'm trying to share it with everyone, because I want everyone to be able to get those, opportunities to be great, or to, be healthier, or to be whatever, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not going to keep that to myself and try to profit from it. I am working on a clothing brand or something that's a little bit different, because another thing I fell victim to was, there's bigger YouTubers. Like, I'll make a video of something, and then a bigger YouTuber will make that same video and, profit from it. I'll start a slogan or a saying, and I've seen bigger YouTubers take my slogan or my saying, and they profit because they're way bigger. I've seen that. But as far as like you know, hiding something for someone's, you know, trying to benefit from it, I wouldn't do that. Bench press. If they have a regular flat bench and you have dumbbells accessible, I do dumbbell chest flies. I have video of me doing that. I think it's what it said was like 100-pound dumbbell. I think it's what it's labeled. I can't remember. But I do chest flies, push-ups. I have a first 48 workout. If you go on my channel, you will see it. It's diamond push-ups, shoulder width push-ups, and then a little bit further than shoulder width, and then back down to diamond. And that's one set, and you do 6 sets, and you do 8 of, so it's, you know, 8 and 6 is 48, but it's called first 48. And dude, that thing shreds, dude. I try that. I'm trying to think. Cable machine, you know, use the cable machine. I'm gonna do, matter of fact, I'll do a video tomorrow. That way, and then I'll do some chest, different things without benching. That way you can get a better idea and you'll be able to see. Because I can, you know, I can sit here and explain it all day, but it'd just be better if I showed you. You know what I mean? So, but I'll just do a video and then I'll label it like alternate chest exercises or something like that. That's a good idea too. Good suggestion on your point, or I guess was a good question that led to, you know, a better video for me. So thank you. To show alternate exercises, because I heard that certain gyms, you know, don't have certain machines, so guys, you have to like make movement like the yeah, not to just babble it along, but Austin, Texas, dude, that's awesome. There's actually Nick Bear is a guy that I follow. He's a infantry officer. He's a ranger. Well, he just got out of the military, but he opened the gym down there. I think it's actually in Austin. Actually, it's Bear Performance Nutrition. It's the supplement company he has, and I think it's just Bear Performance Gym or something like that. But it's in Austin. You should probably check it out, man. Absolutely, dude. You're gonna feel a lot healthier too, man. Being, you know, whenever you work out, to me personally, and there's a lot of guys I've seen, or, you know, ladies and, you know, females and all that too, it just makes you feel way better about yourself. You know what I'm saying? Not even just talking about as far as confidence or looking good or anything like that. It's just, you just feel good, you know? Also too, for a lot of people that, you know, I don't have a lot of friends like that, but I have like, I'm going to say about 5 or 6 that I, you know, can think of right off the top that have problems sleeping. You know, they're up all night, you know, and they're always talking about how they can't sleep and all that. But working out, getting a good workout in, and then, you know, you're getting tired and you're burning everything, and then you come home and take a shower and, man, you go to sleep. So you know, I just feel like that'll be it's just gonna help you all the way around. I always tell people that too. First thing I always tell people whenever they say they want to, you know, work out, is you're gonna feel way a lot better. You know, way a lot better. I'm talking like my 4-year-old, you're gonna feel a whole lot better. So and, you know, and thank you again. You know, I really do appreciate you, you know, being, you know, interacting, so, and asking questions and different things like that. And again, like I said, man, I'm not a you know, professional by no means. Everything I do is just, see, you might see a video of mine and it might not work for you. You know, what I do might not work for you. What works for me might not work for you, or vice versa. So it's just whenever you know, find whenever you watch my videos, is always just, you know, just getting an idea of the workout basically, and then you can take it and do whatever you want with it. Like I said, you can add your own repetitions to it. You can add your own, how many sets you want to do it to it. Like right now, I'm you know, cutting weight, so I'm doing a heavier weight for less reps. So like I do a lot of 5x5s and 3x3s. You know what I mean? Like instead of before, I was doing like 5 to 10s or 5 to 15s. You know what I mean? So, you know, you might be opposite. Also too, there's, you know, you have the different types of, you know, body types. You know, endomorphs, mesomorph, and ectomorph, I think is what it is. Everybody gains different. Body types are different. For endomorphs, you're not supposed to be in the gym for more than 45 minutes because it just ended up going to hurt you more than it's going to help you. So you just got to pretty much research your body type. And that way you're not being counterproductive, because if you're one body type, like me and you might not be the same body type. Like, I'm not really sure what your body type is. So if you're trying to follow exactly what I'm doing, it might not work for you unless we're the same body type. If you're bigger than me or smaller than me, it'll be a little different. So what I do is I go ahead and you can either go to like the bodybuilding.com or just Google in general, and then research and just say the 3 different types of, 3 different body types. And it gives you descriptions and everything, and you can find out exactly what body type you have, and that'll better help you to be able to work out better, and you get better results, because you don't want to be counterproductive, and that's hard, being counterproductive, because after you haven't worked out in a long time, or you're trying to get that motivation and that push to work out, and you're doing the wrong thing for your body or something, and you're not seeing results. I mean, you already have it, not just saying you, just in general, it's hard to get back into working out, and then now you're not getting results, and you know what I mean? So it's just an uphill battle, and you don't want that. So, and I don't want that for you or anyone else. I know, definitely, like I said, I want, for you to, that's where I get out of a lot of things. It's just people achieving their goals. You know what I mean? They ask you something, you give them whatever feedback you give them, and then they benefit from that and get to reach what they were shooting for. So I just think that's pretty awesome too. But for sure, it'll definitely help you. But again, like I said, I'm not gonna keep babbling along, man. I really do appreciate it again. I want to try to make this a little more consistent and do a little bit more like video logs a little every day or something like that. But oh yeah, I definitely definitely listen to music. I'm a little different, and it just is my personal preference. Like, I listen to all genres in general. You know what I mean? I listen to hip hop, rock, rap, country, everything. I cannot work out to it. I only can work out to like rock. Like, my radios, I listen to Pandora when I work out, and I just did the I think it's Pandora Premium or something like that. I pay like $11.99 a month, like $12 a month, and I get unlimited skips and no commercials. Because I'd hate to be that's what you said before I did that. I'd be in the middle of a heavy lift or that last set, and you're struggling, and you get a commercial come on. So, on the radio. So I listen to, my radio is set to Avenged Sevenfold radio, Disturbed, and Five Finger Death Punch radio. Of course, if you look at my Pandora, which I would show it, but I'm on my phone because, again, as you can see, the computer froze and wouldn't let me go live on my computer. So, but I have probably, I don't know, 30 radios, Pandora on the radio set on my phone. But for the most part, I get my best lifts, from my Avenged Sevenfold, because Slipknot comes on there, Korn comes on there. I get it, Metallica. So that's just my type of workout music. And then as far as songs, man, we can go all day with songs. There's just so many different ones on there. But Skillet's another one. Like, they have this song. Oh yeah, Pandora Radio is definitely something I recommend if you and try to to do the premium, because it upgrades. You have unlimited skips, because there are certain times or songs come on there and you're like, how is this on this radio? And you only get so many skips, and that's what you don't want, to be in the middle of a lift or lifting heavy and you're out of skips and you got commercials coming on, and just a disaster, man. And that's what makes for a long time. And honestly, that's probably the reason why people at the gym, like I say, a lot of people take for a long time. Like, they'll do a set, and then you see them walking around and waiting. Maybe they're waiting on a different song, or maybe they're waiting on a commercial to go off. You know what I mean? So, again, I'm not judging nobody by no means. It's just a pet peeve of mine is to see someone like that you never see them working out consistently or something, and then they have that one friend that comes to the gym, or maybe they're motivating or something, and then now you're trying to teach someone something, and you're just teaching them bad habits. You know what I mean? Like, take care of yourself. Another thing I hate, this video could be forever long, but when your personal trainers don't look like personal trainers, how am I gonna effectively sell a service to someone when I don't look like I know what I'm doing? You know what I mean? Like, when your client comes in looking, and I'm not gonna name any gyms, but I've worked out in gyms and worked at gyms where the personal trainers then look like they should, they should be working there. You know what I mean? Whether they have guts or whether they're just super, super, super scrawny. Like, and I'm not saying most of the rules of the world and walk around jacked and all that. I'm just saying have some type of tone or definition about yourself to where if I'm finna come here and pay you $200 some to train me, I want to look at you and be like, you know what? Yeah, this guy knows, or this lady knows what she's doing, or it's worth. You don't want to go on there and your personal trainer look like, you know what I mean? Like they need a personal trainer. So I don't know, but yeah, that's just. Yeah, same thing here. I injured my wrist. I'm not sure. Yeah, I had a video about that up a couple weeks ago too. I actually dropped weight I was benching and I was trying to hit a PR. I think it was 340. I did 335 the week, like 3 days before, and I went for 340 just a couple days, and I had wrist pains and I ended up dropping the weight on myself. Like, not hard or nothing, but I did. And I went to the hospital and I was told to stay out of the gym for I think 2 weeks or something like that. And I'm actually still taking, like, I think the anti-inflammatory for it. But that was probably the hardest 2 weeks of my life, not being able to go to the gym. I felt like I lost so much strength and everything. Like, even to this day, I still have issues with my wrist. I bought competition wrist wraps. They're a lot stronger and longer. Just so I can get back in the gym and work out. So I still can't really do bench movements. I did it today, just not heavy weight. You know what I mean? Like, it's crazy to go from... Like, at that particular point in time, my PR was 335, and now I put 205 on the bench, and it hurts my wrist, the one side. I can still do the movements, I just can't get high repetition, but I can't really get higher weight than 205, so I can't really do my heavier weight, lighter reps, because I'm afraid that it just gives out, because it does. It's like, I'm not sure if it's a nerve pinch or what it is, but it's just like there's a shock and the weight just drops. Like, I don't know what it is, but I don't know. But anyways, I'm going to end this video. I really appreciate, Walter Ortega, commenting and everything like that too. I really appreciate it, dude. And so everyone else, again, if you have any ideas of challenges you want to see me complete, workouts you want to see, if you had a question about certain workouts, let me know. I'll do them and tell you what I think about them. Or, and these are all just opinions. So, again, appreciate everyone tuning in, or my one guy from tuning in and being super active with me, man. I really do appreciate it, dude. It made it a lot easier. And hopefully, this can get you that edge to where you can get back in the gym and, sling some weight around and get these gains. So, but that's it, man. It's your boy Chevy. Checking out.